Happy birthday, Aquarius. This is your tarot reading for what is in store for you for 2020. And this is for today, February 16th, Aquarians. If you're not an Aquarius and you were just drawn to this reading, that's okay too. It can be for anyone if you have that intention, and it is today. You can take it as a daily reading to see what's in store for the year. Time is irrelevant, but specifically, I have this intention that this is for Aquarians for their birthday reading for 2020. So I'm using the Oracle Tarot by Lucy Cavendish. I'll be doing a one-card draw for each month. Since January is past, you can take this to mean January 2020 past or January 2021. It's up to you, whatever your intention is for that. And then I will do a one-card pull for clarification with an oracle deck. I think I'm going to use the Angel Dreams Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Melissa Virtue. So let's get into it. I already pre-shuffled the deck. And the way that I like to do it is just have a card fall out so that it is divinely guided and not guided by my own intentions. So we're just waiting for a card for January. And there it is. And let's see. That is for balance and harmony and temperance in January. And now we need February. Balance and harmony and temperance can mean many things. It can mean that you need balance if you're feeling out of whack at your job, school, or relationship. It just means that you need to focus your own voice within and evaluate where are you feeling that you don't have balance or harmony. From February, you have Recharge Your Hopes. So again, if you are feeling out of balance, maybe you need to pull back, be inspired, be a little bit hopeful. March, you're going to have a test of courage, some sort of challenge come your way. It looks like in April you're nervous about change as you fill your cups. May, you're going to have some budget lessons, so maybe you've been overspending and you're sad because you don't have as much money as you're looking at in your bank accounts. June, it looks like you have some sort of heartbreak in a relationship, so maybe you learn some sort of truth as the swords are about truth, or maybe you're having some unexpected revelation about communication, but usually the Three of Swords means it's a third party situation, so maybe somebody cheated on somebody, or maybe your fear is that someone is too close in your circle of your relationship. In July, you have some challenges again and problems, a mountain that you're climbing in communication. It looks like in August, that communication is balanced and restored with some sort of resolution, as again you have the swords. Let's see what September was. Okay, so September, you're seeing some cash flow. It can also mean that you are trying to balance your finances. Definitely learning your budget lessons from May. So hopefully you learned your lesson in September and you're now on your way to balancing your finances. So It looks like a rough part of the beginning of the year. Okay. Alright. Cool. But the end of the year looks pretty good. So you're balancing your finances here in September. October, you're definitely going to be enjoying that outcome from learning your lesson and balancing your finances. In November, you have stress and anxiety, again with communication, with the swords here. And let's read the Nine of Swords. What is the stress and anxiety? So this card is a message from the universe asking you to please not worry so much. Everything's going to be okay. And the universe does have great things in store for you. So whatever it is that you're worrying about, this time will pass. Stop beating yourself up. It's only decreasing your capability to move forward. And you know that when you wake up in the middle of every night, feeling like the world is crumbling about you, and you feel this immense despair, or like that's the only emotion that you have. You are in pain, but this will pass. So make sure you're getting enough sleep and eating well and taking care of yourself. Be with people who love you. Stay away from people who hurt you. Tomorrow is always another day. So it looks like you might be hurting from this heartbreak in June still, carrying that with you all the way to November, right? As this was a challenge and problem that you were facing in July. It said the communication patterns were restored, but this doesn't mean this was a long-term resolution. It was short-term. So you obviously are still worrying about it, but in December, it looks like that you either find new love, or the love that you were having all these issues with, you come together and you're now in a loving union with teamwork, okay? So great. Let's see what the oracle cards say now. Just give us a quick couple shuffles to clear from the last reading. And also I'd like to add that the Three of Swords doesn't necessarily have to mean a relationship problems. It could mean even like maybe if you're doing a project that you feel that you have unexpected revelations in, you know, maybe there's too many cooks in the kitchen, and that creates problems as well. It doesn't necessarily have to mean love, but typically it does mean a third-party situation if it is relating to a relationship, or if it is your intention that is what is going on in that month. So take as it resonates. Dancing, self-expression, and movement is your oracle card for January. So you need to have balance in your self-expression and also your movement. Maybe if you're like me, who is sometimes very klutzy, you just need to be sure to watch where you're walking so you don't lose your balance, right? Recharge your hopes. You have water, emotions, initiation, and rejuvenation for February. I think in recharging in any certain way, water definitely helps somebody to recharge their hopes, as it is very inspiring and creates a lot of emotion of clarity. In March, you have dress rehearsal, which is alternative course and choices. So doing a dress rehearsal is not the final show, nor is it the finale. So this test of courage, you maybe want to try on a couple of options, see what your options are before committing to anything. If someone is testing your courage, maybe test them back. But don't fear, as you can try on many different options. You don't have to commit. You can take whatever choice is right for you in March. So let's go ahead and get an oracle card now for April. What is this change that you're nervous about? Cup is usually about relationships, sensuality and confidence. Okay, so maybe whatever the change is in your relationship has just shaken up your confidence and made you not feel so sensual in the relationship anymore. Or maybe there's some sort of situation where if you're in a relationship that maybe your person has to work a little bit more, and so you fear that that's not going to create enough time for you to be together and loving towards one another. In the budget lessons, this really confirms, I think, that you need to have boundaries with your spending and to be cautious of your spending. In June, let's get a clarification card for this unexpected revelation, 3-party heartbreak. And you can see in the card too that there is an actual broken heart there on the floor. She's crying because she finds this 3 swords in a box, which could mean, you know, either someone tells you something, you receive a text or a letter, some sort of information, some kind of communication that you learn something that causes you heartbreak. Dun, da, da, da. June popped out, but we haven't flipped it over yet. Try and get July. So June, inner self, conception, expansion. So let's take a look at that. So this card asks you to expand and stimulate your nightly visions through active dream work, which might consist of affirmations, setting dream intentions, journaling, dream meditations, and learning dream recall techniques. The new moon symbolizes the deepest movements of your inner self. Intentions planted during this phase have much power behind them. Additional meanings are that a deep meditation or rest is called for. Allow your thoughts and ideas to germinate. The timing is right for attracting and manifesting that with which you desire. So you may or may not be aware of the intentions that you set forth, so pay close attention to the messages your dreams are sharing with you during your lunar cycle. Goals will begin to manifest with the waxing moon, and your dreams will reveal what stage they are in. As the moon grows, so do your goals come closer to being realized. Be sure to put action behind them. So a perfect example for this card too could be that maybe you dream something. Maybe you dream of heartbreak, and maybe it's not really something that's actually going to occur. It just might be your subconscious worrying about a situation. Sometimes we can, and I've actually done this in my own life, think of something and then it does come to reality because you put so much energy and focus on that. Like, oh my gosh, he's gonna lie and he's gonna find someone else, and then you create that third party situation. I actually watched this amazing lady, and her YouTube channel is called Create Your Own Future, and she talks about how you can manifest things like that. Like, you can actually manifest the third party and create your own stress in your relationship. So if you are dreaming up something like this, you know, try to take it with a grain of salt. Don't focus on it. Put a more positive spin on your relationship. Put more positivity, manifest the third party situation out. She can teach you how to do that if you want to check out that YouTube channel. I really like her, and I think she's a good one for learning how to manifest things. So whether or not there is a third party situation, you could be manifesting it. Definitely feel like I did in my life. It was really weird. Like, I actually had a dream one time that me and my boyfriend were going to break up. And it was a long time coming, but I actually had thoughts of like, I don't want to get into specifics, but exactly what I thought is exactly what happened. And it was just the weirdest thing to me. Like, how could that be possible? And I felt like, you know what? You spend so much time thinking about that. It's like you actually made it come true. What if I never thought about that and just carried on and thought positively? Would it have turned out different? But I'll never know because that's not what I was thinking. I was manifesting the worst, and I was thinking the worst. And that's exactly what happened. So ultimately, we did break up. My dream did come true because I was so fixated on it. So try to tell yourself a different story. Be like, no, that's not the story. This is how it's going to go. And create your own story. Create your own future, as the lady of Create Your Own Future YouTube channel tells you to do. Very interesting story. Trying to get a card here for July. It's not going so well. Any card for July? Otherwise, I'm moving on. You can always come back. Alright, let's move on to August. Okay. In September, I think we kind of know what September means, so. I think I actually want to do, let's focus on here, this stress and anxiety. So I'm going to do an oracle card for November. Okay. Truth revealed. So some sort of truth is revealed that you're worrying about, but the tarot card says not to dwell on it, as everything is going to be okay. Let's get an oracle card for December. What is this loving union that you will find yourself in? Okay, there's December. And I'm going to go back and try now for July. So, oh, perfect. See what I mean? So, loving union, you have green, which is the heart chakra, compassion, love. So, it's just confirming that you're going to be in this loving union with this person, new or old. 2 means movement, so it's definitely moving forward. Maybe you'll be traveling in December with this person also. So I'm trying to get a card for July. It's just not happening. Oh, there we go. Okay. About to give up. Sometimes I just take it as a sign as like it's not needed. Okay, so challenges and problems, just to remind you that your angels are there to support and guide you in these challenges and problems, so that's good. And I think, you know, that's good. I don't need any more oracle cards for that. I can tell that the cash flow, you're trying to balance that from your lessons learned with the boundaries here, and then in the following month you're going to enjoy that outcome. Some sort of truth is being revealed in November, which you're worrying about, but your tarot says to not worry, that things will be okay. And in December, you have confirmation that that's definitely going to happen with love. You're moving forward, okay? Everything's going to be great. So I hope you enjoyed your reading for the year 2020. Take as it resonates and leave what doesn't. Oh, I forgot to go over this one thing. So, excuse me, in August here, you had obsidian, which is grounding, shielding. So just, you know, protect your boundaries, ground yourself. Realize that this resolution may be temporary and it's not long term, but that there is temporary balance restored to communication here between two people. But everything turns out pretty well in the end of the year. Even though you have a couple of struggles, all is good. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for sharing your time in your day, whether it be morning, noon, or night. And I hope you join me again for another reading at another time. You can always check back in this reading too to see if it has come true. Please share with me how it happens for you in the year. I'd love to hear your responses, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.